Holy, 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 the whole earth is full of God's glory. Invisibility proves that God is real. Just because you can't see a thing does not mean that it is not real. People can only see less than 1% of what surrounds them, but people use faith every day, which assures us of things we expect and convinces us of the existence of things we cannot see. This same faith is required to believe in the invisible God, who is before all things, and in him all things hold together. Atoms are the smallest building blocks of matter, and everything in the observable universe is made of trillions of atoms. Atoms have never been seen with the human eye, but we know they exist by faith. As it is written, God is before all things, and in him all things hold together. Without faith, it is impossible to please God, for he that cometh to God must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. Air or oxygen, this is something else we can't even see, but it is responsible for keeping us alive. God is allowing us to live, for he is one God, Father of all, above all, and through all, and in you all. Without oxygen, we will die. Without God, we are not alive. God is the creator. Invisibility proves that God is real. Your mind is another example. We can observe the brain, but thoughts are completely intangible. The definition of the word invisible is unable to be seen, not visible to the eye. God is invisible, and by faith we know that he is real. Mankind can only see less than 1% of what surrounds them, but by faith we accept the invisible. Faith assures us of things we expect and convinces us of the existence of things we cannot see, such as the examples I've given: oxygen, atoms, what you're thinking, your thoughts. These are all invisible, just like the invisible God. Colossians chapter 1 verse 15. Who is the image of the invisible God, the firstborn of every creature. This verse is talking about Christ, who is the firstborn of every creature. And this verse is also talking about Father God being invisible. Invisibility proves that God is real. The Lord is also omnipresent. Radio waves is another example. This electromagnetic frequency that we use to transmit data for satellites and radios is invisible, but we know that it exists. Like I quoted, without faith, it is impossible to please God. For he that cometh to God must believe that he is real. Hebrews 11 verse 6. Christians believe in the Lord because of their faith of the invisible God, who is also omnipresent, above all, through all, and in you all, as it is written. The eyes of the Lord are in every place, watching the evil and the good. And just because people can see less than 1% of the things that surround them does not mean that God is not real. The same faith that people use in the belief of oxygen, air, atoms, radio waves, having faith in these invisible things that we cannot see, is the same faith that the eyes of the Lord is looking for in every place. For he is one God, Father of all, above all, and through all, and in you all. Again, Colossians chapter 1 verse 15. Who is the image of the invisible God, the firstborn of every creature? Invisibility proves that God is real.